Hey y'all. So we're going to be taking a look at your upcoming Maben season, but before we do, a couple of announcements. So first of all, I got a treat for you guys. So I developed a quiz to help you determine what your strongest clairs are. So your clairs are your intuitive abilities in terms of clairvoyance, how you see intuitive information, clairsentience, how you feel intuitive information, and so on and so forth. So if you are curious to see what your strongest clairs are, and then get a little bit of information about how to strengthen them further, develop your other clairs, and then also some information on what my strongest clairs are and exactly how I use them to read on the channel, go get your free quiz. The link is in the description box below, and then let me know your results. I really love to see and hear like what you guys' results are. I love talking clairs all day long, so that link is in the description box below. Secondly, I reopened availability for personal readings. I sold out of the first round that I opened up a couple weeks ago, so I put some more availability up, and once those go, I'm gonna have to shut it down, and then hopefully I'll be able to do it again sometime in the future, but I never quite know when. So I love connecting with you guys personally, so if you guys want to sign up for a personal reading, that also, you guessed it, is a link in the description box below. I look forward to connecting with you. So those are the announcements. Now on to the meat. So we're going into Maben season, right? So Maben is a beautiful time as the wheel turns, where we're going into the autumnal equinox here in the northern hemisphere. Flip it for the southern, of course. But in the northern hemisphere, this is when we have equal times of day and night, right? So think about the justice key on the tarot, right? We are moving from Virgo season into Libra season. Libras are the justice key. It's about the scales. It's about balance, right? Which brings it back to that idea of the autumnal equinox and how we begin our descent into the dark time of year. So there's going to be a lot of themes of this time of year in these readings is what does balance look like for us? What is our relationship to the dark time of year? What is our relationship to the unknown and all of the aspects of the things that we can and can't see within the moonlight and the sunlight and all of those aspects of what duality and balance and dark and light brings up for us in our day-to-day and also our spiritual experiences as well. Because as we move forward in the wheel of the year, after that, we have my favorite time, Samhain, aka Halloween, and then we're moving forward further and further into the dark times. Samhain is also the beginning of the new year in the pagan world, my world. So it's a really beautiful time where this is, beginning with Maben. It's a lot to be excited for. It's a lot to look forward to, and also I find it's a really beautiful opportunity for us to take a really healthy inventory of how we're doing, right? We're going into the last quarter of the year. How are we doing? How have we achieved balance? How are we feeling, right? How can we adjust our equilibrium or just observe our equilibrium, right? And move forward with an energy that feels balanced and grounded and inspired through the rest of the year, right? It's kind of like a, like a last call for the last quarter of the year before we're going into January and we're in a new numerical year. So it's a beautiful opportunity to really take stock and really ask those questions and really consider our relationship to what is seen and unseen. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at your upcoming Maben season. Hey Capricorns, welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your Maben season here. So in your meditation, it was short but sweet. I saw the image of a horse. And then, horses are about personal freedom and fast forward movement and liberation and balance and all of the beautiful aspects of, freedom and the wind flowing through your hair. But I saw the image of this horse, and it wasn't running ahead or running free. It was seeing everything that it had done pay off. And it seemed like it didn't need to do anything because it had already done the work, and everything was being attracted to it. Everything was coming to it. Everything was lining up for it. It was just in the perfect place at the right time, and everything was just in accordance. It was like beautiful. It was like chef's kiss. It was like everything was just lining up for it. It's like you did the work, and now all you have to do is see the results of those efforts really pay off in real time. It's like, oh, okay, it's like that. It's really beautiful, Capricorn. Really gorgeous. Oh, right. So we have the shark here, but why this is so perfect is because this is you. This is Capricorn energy in the tarot. So you're showing up in your first reading right away. So if any other sign had got this, I'd be like, oh, well, maybe we're looking at some shadow work. Maybe we're looking at some fears. Maybe we're looking at whatever. But you, this is you coming up in your own reading off the bat, which is very, very auspicious. And along with this shark energy, I feel like, you know, there's an aspect of shark energy that is about, yes, shadow work, but it's also really about like navigating with purpose and knowing that the only thing that is really limiting you in any way are your own fears, right? Why do I feel like you have really succeeded? I feel like you are seeing a lot of the effort, and there's an aspect of you like payoff, and there's an aspect of you that was like, wow, what was I so worried about? Or what was I so afraid of? Things are lining up for you, and there's an excitement about what's to come that is very palpable. It feels really, really good. I don't know if anyone's ever been so excited to have a shark come through. Like, that's what it feels like. Feels really nice. I'm really drawn to the red here, root chakra. I feel like this could affect your, like the root chakra governs your sense of safety, security, and finances. So this could be like, you know, financial benefit, financial opportunity, moving homes or having an improvement to your home, work success, something, or your physical health and body, something. I'm feeling the root chakra really heavily. Okay, let's see what's going on, Capricorn. Feels really good. Really, really good. Yep. Okay. Wow. Brilliant. So here we have the Eight of Cups, which is really interesting because Eight of Cups is very much about, you know, leaving behind the aspects of ourselves that don't feel right? Eight of Cups is going, okay, I'm moving on. I'm letting those bones lie where they are. And I'm looking out to the future. I'm looking at this ship that I know is going to come in for me. Now, what's really fascinating is that I saw the horse like standing there, allowing the you know, the path to be formed and everything come to it. And then I see this tiger sitting here and waiting for the ship to come in and meet it. It's an interesting aspect as it's depicted here. You know, tiger is moon energy as well, right? Which is about that divine feminine. It's about receiving. It's about allowing things to come to you. So again, with that here, you know, it's interesting. I'm getting a feeling around this moon and the ships. I'm getting that Three of Wands thing as well. I feel like there are going to be some offers or some offers of collaboration or help or sponsorship, a partnership, something around that coming to you as well. I do feel like it might require, some opportunity might require to you literally say no to other things or walk away from other things or let other things go. But you're going to stand on the bones of what has been and you know, like in favor of what's coming in. It feels really, really nice. Dream time. I'm hearing dream time. I feel like you're going to have some very prophetic and prolific dreams coming through to you as well. There's something about that. Wow. I'm hearing that something, either networking connections that you made previously or even a long time ago, something that you, or even something that work that you did from a long time ago, or something that you, a seed that you planted a long time ago, suddenly coming back around and it's like, oh, hey, I remember you from like all this time ago. I think you're perfect for this. Or, hey, I saw this and I just made me think of this and how would you like to work together on that? It's something like that. It's like an unexpected boon. Remember, it's stuff that you've already done and laid the groundwork for that's sprouting now, right? Interesting. Right. And then you have the Fool, which is a brand new, fresh path ahead. It's new adventures, new journeys. It's a love of life. It's a love and trust with and for the universe. You know, I'm really drawn to the mountains here in the background, which speak about, you know, the obstacles that have been surmounted and strength that you've derived as a result. It's really, really beautiful. You know, also, if you've been watching me for any amount of time, you know that for each sign I have animals that I equate to, each given zodiac sign for various reasons. But you guys, Capricorns, the wolf moon falls within the month falls within your season, your birthday season in January. And so I associate you guys with wolves. You also guys are earth energy, and you share a lot with the wolves in terms of, work ethic and pack mentality and partnership and all of that, right? So I like that you're coming up here in this way as well, but also when we look at the rabbit it has a shadow energy and a light energy, just like everything, right? But the light energy of rabbit is about abundance, fertility, and good luck. The shadow energy is about fear, self-fulfilling prophecy. Then we have the shark here, which is the light into the dark, back to Maben, equal times night and day, right? Which is really interesting with this full energy with the rabbit and the wolves, where I feel like, is this a natural predator to the rabbit? I want to say to you, there's something about your fear that you've just eaten or you don't need anymore. It's like, what was I so worried about? Why did I spend all that time thinking that, I wasn't going to have what I need, or things weren't going to work out, or that I wasn't going to make any progress, or that this wasn't going to pan out? I mean, it's that vibe, and it gives you this new lease on life that feels, really, really good. It feels like it's informing a new path. Then you have the High Priestess here, which is so beautiful. The High Priestess is beautiful Aquarian energy. It's very much about tapping into your intuition and your subconscious and all the information that is available to you as a result of looking inward. But I really love how it's depicted here, because with the bat hanging upside down, it always gives me Hanged Man vibes as well, which is about taking the time out to flip your perspective and see something differently, right? But there's also an aspect of this that I'm getting for you, that you are coming into a time where you are much more comfortable living in the questions. And I think it's because you've had some proof in your pudding here during this season where you're going, oh my gosh, I really see now that things work out in exactly the right time, exactly as they're meant to. There's no way I could have seen any of this coming. So now I know that I maybe don't need the answers as much, or don't need to know how and when and why things are going to unfold, or even, hey, unravel for me at any point. It's really about, all I can really do is show up and do my best and then trust that it's going to work out. And I feel like that is seeding you into your intuition. Now, here's the tea. The more that we trust our intuition, and the more that we defer to it, the more that we really trust it, the more it shows up for us and the stronger that it gets. It's true. For example, and I can't tell you how often this comes up in readings that I do. Let's say that you have committed to, I don't know, go work on a project somewhere, right? And let's say it's going to pay some really good money, and it's something that's going to, do wonders for you networking wise, and you've committed to it. But then you get this feeling either on the day of or leading up to it, and you have this feeling that this dread. And you're like, this is like all signs are green on this. Why do I have this feeling like I don't want to do this? Why? Right? So the day comes and you wake up with that dread feeling, and your intuition is saying, do not do this. But then you're like, no, be quiet, intuition. Like, come on, this is silly. And then you end up going anyway. And then you get there and it's not what you thought. It ends up to be a colossal waste of time. Or you, heaven forbid, you get in an accident on the way there that changes your life, and you're like, oh my God, why didn't I listen to my intuition? I'm telling you, this comes up in so many personal readings that I do. It's like, I can't tell you how many times I channel spirit coming in and saying, did you have a bad feeling that day when you did this? And it's like, oh my God, I did. And you didn't listen to it? No, I didn't. It's like those lesson moments where it's like, it is so important to really respect and adhere to our intuition more, because I'm telling you, it is never wrong. The tricky part is really determining what is our intuition and what is our ego or our fear, right? But I feel like you've hit that sweet spot, and that's really, really good. Really beautiful, Capricorn. Really, really beautiful. Let's get some advice. Right. So your advice is the 10 of Wands. Really fascinating here. So in the 10 of Wands, Notice how she is trying to get into this house with her phone, with a shopping bag, with a purse full of salamanders, with another little bag, with a little fanny pack. She's got a lot going on, right? What's interesting here though, is that I feel like because this is your advice, remember how we talked about that excitement of the unknown and not knowing what's on the other side of something and that you know, pre-feeling? You know, Ten of Wands very much speaks about having a lot going on and feeling a heavy burden and feeling really weighed down. And I feel like it's connecting you in with this Eight of Cups. You're being asked to release either some aspects of the way that you think things or go about things. Because remember, Capricorns, thoughts are things, right? Any relationship, anything in your environment, whether it's within you and or around you, right? That is counterproductive to your best life. Identify it and leave it on the porch. Okay? This is incredibly important. And I feel like you're going to know what I mean by that. It's going to be different for different people. Let's get an oracle. Let's get oracle for Capricorn. Oh my God. Divine timing. Hello. Literally just talking about this. I mean, first of all, dragonflies are about dream time, Ace of Swords energy, about having a truth illumination moments. We're just talking about this, right? This is divine timing, having trust in the natural cycles. And look at her just standing there, allowing all that is good, all the groundwork that she has laid to come back to her, right? Did I not say that it was like, oh, I remember that thing you did a long time ago? Like, oh my God, or hey, we met a long time ago. How about this? It's stuff like that. Divine timing is absolutely working within your favor. And do you know how you work with divine timing? Trust in your intuition and trust it. Trust in the divine timing, that it's an actual thing and that it works to your benefit and saves you a lot of grief, right? It's really beautiful, Capricorn. It's really, really stunning. With that being said, I am sending you so many blessings for a very happy Maben. One last reminder, if you do want that free quiz on how to determine your strongest clair, and with this, I would absolutely suggest it, as well as some exercises on how to develop that clair and what my strongest clairs are and how I use them in the channel. The link is in the description box below to get you your free quiz. And also, if you do want a personal reading from me, that link is also in the description box below. I absolutely love connecting with you in person. So absolutely feel free to sign up. I'm not always able to offer them, but I am now. So let's do it. And with that being said, I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I absolutely love reading your comments. And like, share, subscribe. I would so appreciate that. But mostly, you know, thank you. Just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time and attention and your presence. And most of all, just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.